Earning pocket money as a college student is quite easy because I will say you 3 reasons for that. You literally have a lot of free time. You don't have any responsibilities. All your responsibilities are taken care by your parents. You need not pay the rent, you need not pay money for your food and all that stuff. And also you can do this parallelly with classes. And as you know, and as I also know, that as a college student you have a lot of free time and you won't be that busy, even so much busy that you can't even put 2 or 3 hours for this thing. Even after earning that money, you can invest it in other places. As you have no responsibilities, you can invest it in stocks, mutual funds, and all that stuff, and you can make more money with that. And without further ado, let's get started. And before even getting started, I just want to give you a disclaimer that this video is going to be completely raw, and I'm not going to edit it at all. So please bear with me, and I'm sure that you will be gaining a lot from this video. And this is going to be a complete guide, and also this is going to be the first part of this series that I'm going to make about how to earn money as a college student. And that's it. Let's get started. You can start earning money only through 2 ways. In this world, whatever way of making money you may take, it can all be boiled down into either a product or a service. To start earning money, you either have to make a product or else provide a service. So before even telling you all of that, you need some credibility, right? Who am I? I'm a freelancer and I have worked with clients on various skills, not only one skill. I have worked as a marketer, I had worked as a product manager, I had worked as a content writer, I had worked as a graphic designer. I made a YouTube channel, I made a product. So I made a website, I also developed websites for clients and all of that thing. And right now I am at the end of engineering second year. And I am studying CSC second year in Amrita University. And this is all I am. Earning money is not as tough as you think. It is actually very simple. You can directly start earning money right now if you have any skill. So it is all about learning skills first of all. So this video, after you watch this, it is going to make you completely clear over what you have to learn and what is the roadmap of actually starting earning money on internet. And that too as a college student, I forgot to say that. So let us start with services. Most of the jobs in the world are services. If you take a job from the cleaner to a construction worker, to a doctor, to an engineer, everyone is actually doing a service. Even as a doctor, you are doing a service. You are getting paid for the amount of time you put in it. And there's a limitation for this. The earning as you see is equal to skill value into time. Basically the skill you have, even if you are an engineer, even if you are a software developer, even if you are a world-class doctor, you are actually going to get some amount of money, a specific amount, and you can't go beyond that. And here's the limit. And also it is multiplied by time here. And also time. You have a limited amount of time in your day. You have only 24 hours and you're not going to work for all of that time, right? You're only going to work like 8 or 9 hours like that. And you have a specific limit to this. No matter what you work for, no matter what you do, the limitation is going to be there. You are going to have an ending limitation. And next, if you go for a product, it is basically divided into 2 types. The first type is a physical product and the second type is an actual software. Physical product, as you know, you can just think of them as soaps, shampoos, and not only that, physical products are basically limitless. Whatever you use, you can see physically this table, bottle, mobile phone. These are all physical products. And the second thing that you can make is software. You can start making an app, learn some coding skills and start making an app. You can also make a website. You can start blogging on it. You can start writing articles. You can start putting advertisements on it and start making money. And also coming to the part of course, you can learn some skill to an expert level, or you need not even be an expert. Learn some skill to an average level and make a course on it. And the next thing, media. And coming to the media, I will take an example of influencers. If you are an influencer, if you have a YouTube channel, it also comes under product because basically here the product is you and your content. And the next one is software as service. Software as service, you can think of Netflix, you can think of Zomato, you can think of Swiggy. These are all software as a service. They are basically providing, they are basically acting as a medium for the customer to the shop owners or else the owners of businesses basically. And in this product, the earning is literally limitless. And it is the first thing that comes under earning. And in this case, the earning is basically limitless. It depends on the leverage you have. As an influencer, as a YouTube channel owner, you have the amount of leverage you have is actually going to increase your earning. It depends on your content, and it also depends on the skill and the type of content you make. And here it comes under leverage into number of people into asset value. And here, if you make a course, right, or even if you have a YouTube channel, the number of people you have is actually going to increase your limit of earning. For example, if you make a course that costs about 100 rupees, if only 10 people buy it, it is going to make 1000. And think, what if 1 lakh people buy it? 1 lakh, if 1 lakh people buy it, it is going to make 1 crore. And I'm just saying less even here. There is someone called Vaibhav Sisinti. He actually made a course on LinkedIn marketing. I think he earned about lakhs with that, because he just sold that course for 500 rupees and he is going to speak with people on live about how to get clients on LinkedIn. It is just a 500 rupees course, and I went to it and there's a lot of value in it, but that's a whole different matter. And see how he is going to make money with that. There are about 1000 to 2000 people in that, and just multiply 2000 into 500 and just imagine how much he is going to earn. And the next thing is asset value. Asset value. Just think of this as a real estate. Just think of your product as a digital real estate. The value you provide and the innate value that you are creating with your skill and the number of people you serve is actually going to increase the asset value. For example, if you made an app and there are hundreds and millions of users already using it, the innate value of the app is actually increased and investors are going to put in more value for that. And you can see here, there is literally no limit to earning in product. You can serve as many people as you want. You can increase your asset value so much with the amount of people you serve. The number of audience you serve. So you can ask me, what's good for me as a college student? I would say services, because as a college student, when you're starting out, you just can't start making a product because your services and the tools you have in your box are still limited. You still don't yet know how to converse with clients. You still don't yet know how to make this thing run. And those things, those experiences only come with services. So you can see that many people actually start making YouTube channel or start going for making a company without even gathering skills. And these skills can only come from doing services like, and I mean jobs by that. You can do freelancing, you can do a job in a company or startup. Only then you can learn some skills, and directly going to make a startup or making a company is going to give you a bad result, because you will not know how to deal with those situations that come up as a owner. So when it comes to services, so there are only some specific skills in this internet world, and all the skills that you can take in this internet world are only going to come into these 8 categories which I spoke about now. So the first thing, admin support. You can basically start writing data entry. You can also manage Excel sheets for clients. You can do that. And admin support, you can start working as a customer care service. You can also start working as a customer care service provider. These all skills that come under are coming under admin support. And the next thing is content writing. You can start writing articles or blogs. You can start a website and start writing articles on it. And also there may be some clients who actually require writing for their website. You can go on to them, contact them, and start providing your services to them. And this skill actually take about 10 to 15 days to just learn it to a level where you do it better than an average person. So before even continuing on to the other things, I just want to say you this one point which I remembered just now. You need not be an expert to provide a service. You just need to do it better than an average person. That's it. because most of the people who are even our clients, they know how to do these things to a level, but they don't have the time, or they don't have the capability, that energy to do this work. So instead you can take on that and they will pay you some certain amount of money. And the next thing, marketing. So this total channel I'm making is actually dedicated to marketing and psychology and some other skills too, which I'm going to expand as I create more videos on this YouTube channel. So marketing, basically, I will give you an example. Basically, imagine that you have a fruit shop and you have some fruits in it, and here fruits are your product. And in the same market, there are 100 other fruit shops and they are also selling like you. The customers come to place where they know it well. If you know marketing, you can actually show your skills. You can show your skills in a better way. You can show your product and you can know the way of showing your product. So marketing, you can take into consideration offline marketing, but right now offline marketing is not that relevant. So just start with digital marketing. And the next thing is design. Designing is an integral part to actually advertising a thing, especially in the internet world. When you see an advertisement on Facebook or Instagram, you're actually going to witness a design there. So if you see so there are clients who actually don't know how to do a good design, but they do know how to make advertisements and such sort of things. Just go on to them and ask them, if just learn some skills like Photoshop, like just make 100 and 200 designs for yourself and just make yourself better than an average person, and then you can start going for the clients and start providing your services. And the next one, web development. Web development actually gets divided into two parts, and the first one is front end and the another one is back end. So start with front end. Start providing static website designs to people. You can start learning HTML and CSS for this, and you need not even do that right now, because there are some excellent tools which came up recently called WordPress and Webflow. And if you can just learn how to use those tools and start making some clones of other websites, you can just start learning doing that. You can start providing services to clients directly. And web designing, you can actually get more clients through this, and there is actually less competition for this when you consider it on a big level. And the next one is game development and 3D modeling. So I heard this sentence from someone called Varun Maya. He told that in future everything is going to get automated completely. So what are people going to do then? They are going to play games because they have nothing to do. So game development industry is going to boom in the future. It may be 10 or 20 years from now, but it is an industry that already is in trend and it is going to be much more important in future. And the next is 3D modeling. So you can start doing some sort of interior designing and sort of stuff. I don't have much idea about it to say, but you can also start learning 3D modeling, and it also comes under some category of game development. And the next one is product management. Imagine you have a company, and you imagine a big company like Amazon. They are going to hire some person who can actually manage 10 to 20 people at a time. So the basic skills he need to have is he need to understand how a creation of product happens and how it is going to be marketed, and also he or she need to be able to manage those 10 to 20 people. And how can they manage? They can only manage when they know all these skills at a surface level. So this comes under product management. And the next thing is app and backend development. So even this industry is booming right now. You can start making an app by learning some coding skills, and even after learning some coding skills, if you don't have an idea how to publish and all that stuff, you can start learning it by contacting some person on LinkedIn and Instagram who has some experience on this. And I'm sure that many people will be actually motivated to, and I'm sure that many people can actually help you doing this stuff. Basically, all the skills in internet can be boiled down into these 8 categories. Just take any skill and observe this list, and you can just put it in this category. So don't just start learning all skills. Just choose one from this slide and start working on that. And I suggest you start working on something called admin support and also content writing, and then go for marketing, and then go for this creation sort of skills like web development, game development, product management, and app and backend development. So just as everything, even services have its limitations. The work gets boring after some time. When you work with clients, no matter who the client is, they have some specific needs. They have some specific requirements that they push you to work only in a certain way. If you are a designer, you are creatively motivated to make it in your way. But the clients are not going to understand that. They have a different image of the work that you are going to do, and they want it to be in their way. And because they are going to keep you down every single time, the work gets boring after some time, because you're going to do the same thing again and again. It gets repetitive, and clients actually don't care that much, because all they need is money. And if you are able to get them money as long as you are with them, they are going to require your services. And also, the earning is limited here. As I said to you before, the no matter what skill you have, even the world class skill, like if you are a surgeon, if you are a world class surgeon, that amount of time you can put is limited, and the amount you can earn with your skill is limited. Even if it is more, but still it is limited. If you see some people who actually got rich as a doctor, they didn't get rich as a doctor. They actually made a hospital or provided a service of some sort, and then only they got rich. And also services may get automated in future, right? And you have to keep on updating again and again. If you are into content writing, it may get automated in future, and also some part of it already got automated. And even marketing, in future, I think people do not need marketing professionals, because they can all do it by themselves. And the next part, product. You can start making an app, directly start learning some coding skills and start making an app directly. And the next thing, website. Start learning how to buy a domain and hosting, and start learning a tool called Webflow or WordPress or even Wix.com or some such sort of websites. But I recommend start learning Webflow or WordPress. And the next thing is course. You can start making a course after learning some skill to an average level. You need not be an expert to make a course. If there are levels in that course like A, B, C, D, you need not take them from A to D. You just need them to go from A to B and just teach them to that level. That's it. And the next thing is write a book. Just write a book. And it is not as simple as I say. It requires so much work. But if the book is successful, you can actually earn more money. And the next thing is be an influencer. Start a YouTube channel, start an Instagram page, start a LinkedIn page, and build your personal brand. Start teaching your skills to people. Start showing your talent to people. And talent actually doesn't come innate, it comes by developing it. And the limitations of product are, it is a very high risk, because you are putting everything on line here. Because when you offer a service, there is a safety there, because you are going to earn some sort of money, because you are going to earn some amount of money. You are safe. You can find some place to sleep. You can buy a house, or you can plan out something for the month and do such sort of things. But when you're making a product, when you're only making a product without a job in your hand or any sort of freelancing service in your hand, you're going to fall into risk. And and even for making a product, you have to put in more time, and it is actually a high risk thing. And people generally see this high risk terminology as a positive terminology, but I would say that this is you need to understand that many people who come out of this stage of making a product, and when they become a successful person, they are going to say you that you just need to be motivated, you just need to be passionate enough to make this product. But many of the factors that contribute to the success of CEOs or many of the startups is actually luck. They have many unfair advantages, and also luck plays a bigger role for the product to be successful. And also you need to take more responsibility. And this is also not a positive terminology, because when anything gets wrong in a company, you are the person who is finally responsible. You are the person that they are going to blame. And before starting the company, you just don't know how this thing actually works. All you have is the image of how the CEO actually work and do their thing. Everything which gets wrong actually falls onto them. And the next thing is financial burden. As you create a product, as you create an app or website, the total financial burden is on you. No matter what happens with your employees or else product, it is actually going to fall on you totally. The investors are going to blame you. The people who bought your product are actually going to blame you, and it doesn't end there. How to start learning it? So in this video, I just went over the whole big picture of services and product, and I made this as raw as possible. And I know I just made some cuts in the middle, but so I'm not going to fit everything in this video. This video actually got very long, and I'm going to keep this for the next video. And I hope you have gained some value from this video, and I hope you have gained a lot of clarity, because I just made everything simple for you, very simple for you. And this is the roadmap of anyone, and especially if you are a college student, this guide is actually going to be a gold mine for you. So I hope you have gained value from it, and please click the like and subscribe button below, because I'm putting in so much time to make these videos, and still I'm in 6 subscriber stage. Still I have only 6 subscribers, that's it. And please increase this value. And that's it. Thank you for watching.